Mic check. All good. There we go. It's pretty dark, the camera. I'm trying to think if I should turn lights on. Give me 1 second. That's a little better, I guess. It doesn't really help a ton. How's everybody doing? We got a lot of exciting stuff to share with you guys today. We're going to, first I want to mention one thing. I did just change the channel to, hi everybody. It's nice to see so many familiar faces. We just changed the channel to the RavenQuest channel. Just so you guys know, we will be doing Twitch drops during this live stream. Basically with the Twitch drops, you just need to set up your account. And with that, you'll be able to win or earn a closed beta key throughout this live stream. Essentially, you just have to watch an hour of it, and you will get a free closed beta key for this closed beta. So make sure you guys link your guys' accounts. And here, let me get rid of the live stuff. Sorry, I got like a new mic setup, and it kind of gets in front of the keyboard, so it's a little bit awkward. But hopefully the mic arm is better now. Does everything sound good? Mic sounds good. Video looks good. Just a little dark. I could adjust that, but also quick before I forget, a special thanks to Unicorn. She is going to be translating things into Portuguese for those who speak very little or no English. Obviously, those people wouldn't understand what I just said, but Unicorn yeah, is taking time out of her day to do that once again. So we always appreciate that a ton. She's very quick at it. Surprising how she gets pretty much everything translated or everything important. And so, yeah, so if you don't speak very good English, be looking in the chat for her. She'll be sending tons of messages throughout the live stream. But yeah, we have a lot of things to share with you guys today. I wanted to just, mention the Twitch drops thing. We're going to be live for more than an hour. So if you're working on setting up now, no worries there. Don't think that you need you have like 2 minutes or whatever to get it done. You'll have plenty of time. And yeah. Also, landowners, you guys are already guaranteed a key. So don't worry about you guys setting it up. Yeah, you won't need to do that. But we'll probably do other Twitch drops when the closed beta is live. So if you're you might as well set it up now. Yeah, all landowners will have access to closed beta. Originally, it was only medium or bigger, but small estate owners will have access as well. So everybody. Also, the way I usually do these streams is we have kind of like some topics that we're going to go over, just a list of stuff that we want to share. However, we will do like a Q&A at the end, but I usually do a lot of questions throughout the live stream. However, until kind of the end, don't be surprised if yours, especially if it's a longer question, I usually won't answer it while like throughout the, I guess, presentation portion. It's not much of a presentation, but I usually like to do these pretty like grassroots and just kind of hang out with you guys and share stuff. All right, so we might as well get right away into it. We'll talk about Zeely, by the way, guys, after. And I know some of you guys are here asking about like a secret password and stuff. That'll come very shortly. It'll be actually the next topic after this, but the first secret word is Niter. Unfortunately not. But I think what we're all most excited here is for the closed beta announcement. So we're going to play the closed beta trailer to start this live stream, and then we'll kind of get into some other topics. So I'll mute myself, sit back, relax. We'll play it twice through. Pretty much every time people ask, play it a second time, because obviously stuff gets missed. So we're going to play it twice through. So yeah, sit back and enjoy. My bad, I cut off the end there. We'll play it through again. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. There's a lot of stuff kind of shared in that. The most important part is June 27th is the closed beta date. Super close. We're very excited. With that also, Vitor is sending the YouTube link for the trailer. It would be a ton of help if you guys went there and just like left a comment or a like or even just like a view. Always helps. Stuff like that is just great for the algorithm. Well, sorry, more so the comment and like part for the algorithm. But things like that are really good for the algorithm. It helps us a ton. I know we always have a really strong community when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, if you guys have a second, just open up the link, give it a comment, give it a like. It helps a ton. I know you guys have seen it already twice, but if you want to watch it a third time, feel free. The closed beta will be open for 2 weeks, and that'll be essentially like full uptime, like other than like standard maintenance. We usually have, small maintenances every day of like 10, 15 minutes, assuming there's nothing like big we need to handle. So it's generally 2 weeks uptime. And if we have any big downtime for whatever reason, we usually extend it as well to make up for that. So yeah, 2 weeks of 24/7 access. So yeah, so the next thing so again, lots of stuff was shown in that trailer. We'll be going through most of it throughout this live stream. But the one thing I wanted to jump into next is, because many people are asking, and it is in the trailer link, is with Zeely. Zeely is something that we've added recently to the community. And essentially what it is a platform that allows us to like reward you guys for engaging with us in any way. We try to make them fun. They're kind of like all like little quests. So essentially those quests are whether it's engagement with social media or engagement with our Discord, or for example, being here for the live stream, we actually have a secret password in the trailer's YouTube video in the description box. And with that, it'll earn you experience on your Zeely account. On Zeely, we're doing quite a few things. Our first campaign right now is we have closed beta keys that you can get. 25 Raven packs are being given away and a large estate. With that, the top 10 most engaged users will also win extra Raven packs. With Zeely, we just kind of started using the software recently, but we really like it. We've had great support from the Zeely team, them reaching out and just wanting to make the platform better and how we can work together on it. It's a really, again, we're not paid by them or anything like that, just to be clear. But it's a really great platform from what we've used so far. We really like it. And it's probably something that we're going to really focus on long-term wise. So it's one of those things that, signing up, it'll pay dividends with time, right? We're always going to be kind of doing giveaways on there. And I think they have like a really fun platform in the way it's structured. It's really gaming focused. Again, like the things that you complete are like quests and there's like experience stuff. It's done really well. So our plan is to really like build on Zeely for quite some time. And we'll have constantly new kind of quests being added and stuff like that as well, and different rewards. So right now we do have a quest there again for the live stream password. You can find that password in the YouTube link. When you go to the YouTube link, you might as well leave a like and a comment. Again, helps a ton. So yeah, those are the two big things for people that are here right now. Is we will do like a marbles giveaway at the end of the stream, but Twitch drops if you guys are wanting a closed beta key, and then also Zeely. We have an announcement about it in our Discord, but you can also use the link that's being sent by Neos. Yeah, so let's talk about some of the things shown in the trailer. Yeah, the password. Sorry, by the way, I have both chats open right now, like YouTube and Twitch. Oh, also, just a thanks to anyone doing like restreams and stuff. You know, we don't do any like DMCA stuff or anything like that. So if you are a streamer and want to restream us, doesn't matter how big or small, feel free. It doesn't bother us in the slightest. What we care about is, you know, the most amount of people engaged. It doesn't matter if they're on our stream or your stream. So yeah, thank you to those who are doing restreams and stuff, and yeah, keep up with the good stuff. Yeah, Neos can send the YouTube link a few more times. So otherwise, you can just look up like RavenQuest, RavenQuest game, and it's our latest trailer. But otherwise, Neos will send it again in a sec. So. Okay, so yeah, we'll go over kind of some of the gameplay stuff shown. So. One of the big things is Raven cards. This is a huge system in RavenQuest, a huge part of the game and the gameplay loop. We've done quite a few like Medium articles about how Raven cards work, and so you're always welcome to go read those. Actually, Neos can send a couple in here, but they're also, you can just search in our announcements channel, just search Medium or Raven card, and you'll find all of them. So it's not hard to find, but essentially what these are is they're cards that further alter how your abilities work. So, you know, there's 192 cards we have right now, and all of those cards alter different abilities, right? So whether it's giving, you know, higher critical chance to your Pyroblast, or adding a higher slow to your Frostbolt, these are kind of all things that further kind of just adjust your gameplay and your experience in general. And so we will be giving away some of these packs, as mentioned. Some will be given away in Twitch drops when we have the actual closed beta up, but also in Zeely, and at the end of the stream, we're going to give away some packs as well. Also, I might as well share some of them. So we've also mentioned some limited edition cards that we're doing. These are cards that a handful of people from the community have already won these in the past. In past giveaways and stuff like that. And essentially what they are is they're animated versions of the cards that you will have. So here's one of them, for example, with the Elf Druid. This is just the artwork, by the way. There's no like border frame and stuff, as you can see on the other ones. Here's a Toad Sentinel as well. So again, these will essentially exclusively be from like giveaways or special promotions or events, the actual animated versions of the cards. The next thing I want to talk about is the Rangers Company. So this is a system that we've added recently that adds a really like unique kind of diversity to how you're playing the game. One of the issues that we were kind of finding was, and this is natural in any MMORPG or any game to begin with, where people kind of find, you know, the most efficient path forward, right? When it comes to killing creatures, especially, and, you know, fastest kill time, best spawn, stuff like that. And this is an impossible battle for a developer to ever keep up with, because you can alter a spawn or alter a creature, and within 6 hours, the veteran community or the top players are going to find the next best location. It doesn't take long, right? You can do a balance patch and like every week, and it doesn't really matter because 6 days of that are going to be min-maxed anyways. So we added a new system called the Rangers Company. Essentially, the idea is that it adds diversity in your gameplay by encouraging you to kill other creatures. So essentially, the way the Rangers Company works is you're able to roll every 2 hours for 3 different creatures that are for your level and for a certain region, and then you're able to kill one of those 3 creatures depending on which one you pick, and you're essentially given like an extra bonus amount of experience and rewards, as well as Rangers Company rewards, which are quite cool. Just some like unique trinkets and stuff like that. So with that, just trying to like push better diversity into the game. How are Raven cards obtained in the game? They are obtained through gameplay. Yeah. So there's like different milestones throughout the game. All the ways that they're added into the game, we're kind of like playing that slowly on how we want to integrate it. We don't want to overgive Raven packs early where like we put too many systems in the game that give Raven packs. And then we're like, okay, well, we shouldn't give this, like we're giving out too many. Players are getting too many cards. So we need to like scale it back. That never feels good when you like systems are taken away, I guess. So we'd rather slowly integrate it. So right now it comes from North Star quests, which are essentially these like primary driver quests for your character. But Raven packs essentially come passively throughout gameplay. So just by progressing through the game, you're going to get packs. Yeah. Also, one quick thing to mention. I only speak English. So again, while we have Portuguese staff in here and they're translating and they're able to respond to stuff in Portuguese, if you have a question for me, just use Google Translate or ChatGPT to translate, and I'll generally get what you're asking. Yeah, so Raven cards will be NFTs. So they will be, you will be able to trade those with players as they are going to be NFTs. All right, next very big thing. A quite major map expansion is being added. There's a lot of reasons for this. One is just always more content is a lot of fun, but it also allowed us to make better trade routes throughout the game. As most of you guys know, trade packs are like the major economy in RavenQuest. So adding those side regions allowed us to make more interesting trade paths on the main continent rather than just purely cross ocean. As you guys know, you can carry trade packs whether just on foot, with a wagon, or with a ship. And it was getting to the point where there wasn't very long trade routes that you could make on the mainland, and you kind of were required to take them cross continent or across the ocean with a ship. And that really wasn't what we're intending. We're intending kind of for two different trade economies, whether that is on land with wagons or on the ocean with ships. Kind of seeing two different play styles for players to focus on, whether they want to focus on like land travel or ocean travel. But then at the same time, we just felt, it's always awesome adding more content. And this area will actually be expanded further. You can already see more to the east on Hatterack Desert, and there will be a lot more coming to the north as well to really build out this main continent for release. All monsters attack from afar, which is very bad. The creatures should have their own characteristics. Yeah, so absolutely. So when it comes to this, this is something that we've had 2 years of alpha testing now, right? And these are things that, while I understand your point there does have to be a balance, right? So I think you can still find good creature characteristics while still finding a really important balance. I understand if you are on the newer side, but we had really big issues in very early alphas, like alpha 1 and 2, where it made no sense to play a melee class. And what you need to understand is there's so many levels to balancing stuff, right? You can say and essentially why was because there was range creatures, but if half the creatures are melee and half are range, it just gives an objective benefit to range players because half the creatures won't hit them for quite some time. And so then it comes to kind of the next level of how do we see creatures behaving, right? Do we want to do the WoW approach where creatures are always quicker, or creatures are always able to get on top of you, or these really short draw distances and stuff like that? And this in the end is what we just felt fit the game best. Adding that range attack, and again, to be clear, I mean, it's still a small range attack. It's not like pumping you compared to, these melee creatures. If they get on top of you, they still deal more damage, but we wanted to find a better middle ground. It was also for, stuff like stair hopping, even with a delay. This doesn't really solve the issue with stair hopping, and adding a delay when engaging with environment like stairs feels really bad to begin with. So that's why we wanted to do a very minor stair hop delay and focus more on that. Oh man, Raikou. I ended up saying that perfect by delaying how long pronouncing it. Philip said how we've done a ton of updates. Yeah, this is one of the things, we push out a lot of content and a lot of updates. I think for those of you that are just on the RavenQuest side, you guys are going to be shocked by how much the game has changed since the alpha. And not only with an enormous amount of content, but also just massive gameplay changes. You know, we work incredibly hard on this. And I would say for this type of project, we have a very large team behind it. And it's because we really believe in it. We really believe in the niche that it fits, but also how big that niche actually is. And you know, we understand that like we need to, you know, if we really want to be that top project, we need to work really hard, and we need to put out, you know, not only good updates and really well thought out updates, but a lot of content. And so, you know, the game's built in a really efficient way for doing that, for doing really quick content creation. And I think we have, or I know we have at this point, a very efficient team as well. One of the things that our studio has been really fortunate about is we have like very, very little turnover, incredibly little turnover compared to most studios. This is something I'm always discussing with other game directors and other studio heads on these type of things. And we have, especially in the current climate with just, you know, global things happening, we have very, very little turnover. And that helps us a lot for stages like this in development, right? We don't have to train up new people. We're able to continue to expand the studio. We're able to, but then we also have those processes in that people understand and they're used to and efficient with. So these are things that are like really important to kind of our position right now. And I think especially comparing us to competitors out there right now, we've been able to keep a very strong team, a very sizable team, and just continue to make good stuff. So I'm very excited for you guys to see in the closed beta how far things have come. And I'm very confident you guys are going to be very excited about what we've been able to do. Can you speak more about the process of claiming this always happens. Now I'm doing a Q&A in the middle of the stream. Can you speak more about the process of claiming houses? Or is it a live stream topic? I'll wait patiently. Yeah, so it'll be the second last topic. So we'll dig completely into that. I'll make sure to get through these lists decently quick, just so that we can, everyone gets kind of the info, and then the Q&A can be later. But yeah, so I appreciate you waiting on that. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, can you lower the resolution of the stream? It's unfortunately not that simple. Really sorry that you're having like internet issues with that. I understand that. GGTS kind of mentioned on that. Again, there will be a VOD of this, guys. And also, oh shoot, I hope there's auto VODs on. I'm gonna start recording just in case. But there should be auto VODs on. And otherwise we'll likely put it up on, YouTube does auto VODing. So we're good. Yeah, someone says stream is fine, all working good. Yeah, it should be fine for like 99% of people, because not on my end. It's just some people have like a little bit slower internet, or they're, on mobile or something like that. And so when it's pushing really high quality, it can just lag a ton, right? Or buffer a ton. So yeah, if you're having that, again, apologies, but there will be a stream VOD of it. If not on Twitch, definitely on YouTube. So yeah. Will the game have a server in Brazil? Quite likely. It's a little bit tricky to get good server infrastructure in Brazil for a ton of different reasons. But when it comes to the latency from Brazil, if you haven't played yet, I really encourage you to play the closed beta and try it out for yourself, because our servers are in Southeast US. The ping to Brazil is incredibly low. Most of our community has always actually just thought that we have a server in South America, because it's incredibly low. 'Cause it's like right at the tip of Southeast US. So it is not a long ways down there. We're not like a West Coast server, or like a lot of servers are hosted in like Ontario, Canada. So it's actually way farther north. Most like American games, quote unquote, are hosted there because it's just the most affordable hosting location. so many, even if they say US, they're many times hosted there. So just so you know, like just because I say we don't have a current server in South America, I really encourage you to play it. Do you have a server in Europe? We don't currently, but again, similar case where we're on the east coast of the US. So it's just, like it's right there on the other side of the ocean. It's not going all the way across the continent. So you also will find quite low ping. Again, to be clear, this is for the betas, right? It's very likely that we'll have servers in each of those locations for the actual release. So, Brazilians loved the game. I even went to BGS and there was a very good Raven. Yeah, we put a lot of work into that. I was there. I don't know if I got to meet you, but I met like a ton of people. So, again, you say Brazil needs a server because ping is so annoying. I encourage you to ask our Brazilian community how they found the ping, because most think that we're actually just in Brazil. They didn't even realize that we weren't. Like, I've had the amount of messages I had of people saying like, so thankful for us like hosting a server in Brazil. And I'm like, okay, sweet, awesome. But again, this isn't to say that we won't have one in Brazil or have one in Europe. It's very incredibly likely that we will, and same with Southeast Asia. I don't like to overpromise things, right? So for stuff can come up, reasons, but that's our intention is to. Yeah, I'm from Brazil and I have no issues playing. Yeah, like again, it's incredibly low ping. I think I actually have higher ping in Western Canada to our server than Brazil or EU has. It's like almost the exact same. I'm from Brazil, but living on Ontario, Canada. Cool, fellow Canadian. Or newly Canadian, I guess. Is already available to play on Mac. It's not available on Mac currently. These are kind of things that we plan to add support for closer to the release, but during the like alphas and betas, our focus is really just more on the gameplay side. I know we have a solid community in Brazil for the game. How do you plan on promoting to other locations? Yeah, so really up to this point, we've just been grassroots organic growth. So I've mentioned this in past live streams, but we just blew up in Brazil. We just blew up in Brazil as in like, this was already a couple years ago. But it just happened, right? It was kind of one of those things where I know like one really big gaming podcast talked about us in Brazil, and then like a ton of smaller like gaming channels and stuff talked about us as well, and that really like blew us up. And then it's just organic word of mouth. If you make a good game, the community comes and the players come, right? And with that, with it all being organic, like we haven't had to do that marketing push in those areas. However, of course, going to launch, like we will have a marketing push. I mean, that goes without saying. But with that, like that means we can focus more on other regions because we have that organic growth in certain locations already. Like we have a very big Polish community and a very big Brazilian community, right? And so with that, there's other regions that we can target, and it's nice that those areas are already like so well known. Yeah. I guess it has a lot of crashes during the game. I'm not sure why. That's not a common thing. If you're having crashes, you can always submit just like a bug report or open a ticket in our Discord, and they'll right away take a look, because it could just be something small that they can just let you know how to fix. Because the game servers themselves aren't having crashes, and we have very few like client crashes. You will be able to get a MOA and ship in the game. Just request. Yes, correct. What do we need to do to participate in the giveaway? So yeah, there's a couple of giveaways. One is just Twitch drops. So if your Twitch account is linked, the other one is Zeely. That one you can just do a search in our Discord announcements about Zeely. And then the last one it will just be a marbles giveaway at the end of the stream. So just by being in chat, you'll be involved. Yeah, keep hydrated. I know when I talk so much, obviously. So I'm like constantly drinking stuff, whether it's water or whatever. If anything about the game was the animations. Yeah, we, I mean, for those of you here since early, we literally had no attack animations, no casting animations, nothing like that. It was very, very simple. We've come a massively long way from where we started out. And I think that's one of those things too, like for old community members that have been here since like we first kind of were public about the project, they've seen where it's come from. And, you know, over the last 2 years, we've built a lot of trust with our community in the fact that like we're listening to them and we're also just doing really cool stuff on our own as well. And I think we continue to deliver above expectations, and that's kind of our goal, right? There's no chance to give the top 2 to 9 on the leaderboard a little estate. No, so we're doing one large estate. However, again, guys, Zealy is something that we're going to be working with long term here. If you guys like our game, like what we're doing, are interested in, you know, in any way, I encourage you to sign up for Zealy, because it's something that we're going to continue to do different things on, different quests, different giveaways. This is not like a one and done thing. It's not like sign up and then you're never going to use this again. We're going to be, yeah, as long, like, you know, we really like the platform. We really like what they're doing. They're really interested in like making it better for us and being involved. And so, yeah, definitely sign up. We'll be giving other stuff away as well. Do you think about releasing Raven Idol in a mobile version instead of keeping it only on Discord? I think it's very good, but I don't play much because I don't have something more visual. Yeah, so this is absolutely something we're considering doing. Right now, there's a reason that we have it as a Discord game, but honestly, in many ways, it's kind of like easier for us to move off of Discord. We just built it as kind of like a little side project, a little fun side project. But now we have like a dedicated developer to it, and we got some pretty cool stuff coming out for it. And I would be very surprised if within the year we're not extending it at the very least to at least web-based, let alone possibly mobile. So. Yes, you can sell estates after buying them. All right, let's keep going through topics here, because now I've done like half an hour of just Q&A again. So map expansion. The next thing we're going to talk about is for the closed beta, we will be now introducing blockchain features. So different things related. In the alpha, we didn't have any of that involved yet. We just focused on people actually being able to gameplay test the game and make use of their land and figure that stuff out. But with the closed beta, we will have these features integrated. Oh, also thanks for like the community members that are like sharing links and stuff. Actually, I don't know. Are you sharing? Are these invite links? Oh no, okay, you're sharing the. Okay, thank you. So yeah. So with that, we're going to talk about a few different things with the land and the blockchain features in general that are being integrated. We'll be integrating, actually, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So first thing, we're going to talk about production tiles. A lot of you guys, especially the landowners, understand what production tiles are. Essentially, this is with RavenQuest, the size of your land. Not only it's larger land and allows a larger house and also more land that you can use, but it also has higher production capacity. So what that means is that a carrot placed on a medium estate, for example, as opposed to a small estate, will produce more carrots. With that, the cost to place them is also increased, but the duration is the same and the output is higher. Additionally, we'll also have trade pack priming in the game, which essentially allows you to prime your trade pack purely for the earning side with gold. I'll get more into that, but that's on like the actual token side. So in terms of like the actual in-game silver that you obtain, it'll be the same. However, the amount of gold / token that you produce from it will be increased when you prime a trade pack. All right. I know this is a big question for a lot of people. I've seen it asked a ton of times. We actually do have support for Pix, Dash. It's through, oh shoot, it's through one of our payment processing, PayLivery. PayLive is really hard to say in English to say it the proper way. But they have support for Pix. Yeah, so going on to land claiming, as I know this is a big question. So land claiming will be available for the closed beta. To make super, super clear, so no one like panics about times and stuff like that. When we come to release, players will be able to claim land based on when they purchase said land. Oh, I had it turned off, but that's okay. I can just keep talking. I'll turn it back on. With that, players will be able to claim their land in order of when they purchased it. So if they purchased it in round 1, they'd be able to claim first in round one. However, in the closed beta, we will essentially just do 24 hours before, and anyone can claim land. Again, to be clear, this is not where your land will be for release. It's only for the closed beta, so don't stress it too much. If you pick a spot and you're like, oh, I don't love it, that's the entire purpose of the closed beta, is to explore the game more, pick your land somewhere, see if you like it there. Then you can figure out, like looking in game, like is there a place that you'd prefer it for release? That's why I really encourage landowners, like participate in the land claim. Doesn't cost anything. You're just placing your land, and participate in the closed beta and see like where is a good spot, and where do I like having it. And so again, don't panic if you like miss the land claim or anything like that. The release one will be structured very differently. It'll be over like a couple weeks duration as well, where this one will essentially be 24 hours before the closed beta goes live. We'll open up land claiming. You can just go on the website and claim it. Here you can see just a work in progress of how the land claiming page works. Essentially, you'll be able to just toggle on different land in every. There's tons, by the way. This is just a screenshot, not with filters and stuff like that. But you'll be able to simply see like everywhere there's like medium estates that you can place your land, or large or small, or strongholds or forts. And then essentially through your account, you can place your 1 piece of land, 2 pieces of land, however many you have, and claim those locations. So someone just asked, when can we claim land for playing the game? I just mentioned that a second ago, or maybe you asked this right before. But yeah, essentially for the actual release, we'll do like over like a couple week period where you can, where you'll be claiming it in batches. However, for the closed beta, it'll just be 24 hours before, and it'll just be free for all. Yeah. But like, if you're in the group that really cares about where your land is, I say free for all, but like you're going to be in the top percent or whatever, the top X percent. You'll find places that you really like. I mean, there's not really any like bad land locations. It's all good locations. It's really like there's some locations that definitely could have advantages, and also just like personal aesthetic, right? Maybe you prefer to be on one of the jungle islands. Maybe you prefer to be in the desert, on the ice continent, in Rona Woods. That's a big part of it too. It's just like where would you prefer to be? But also by playing, you'll get to know trade routes. You'll get to know different spawn locations. And sometimes having your house to that can be good. Oh, yeah. Someone asked, this is a big question. Another thing, in part of the game, the trade pack dropped a lot of certain, I assume he's using translator, by the way, so apologies if this is hard to follow, but I know what he's asking. The trade pack dropped in a lot of certain regions, and it caused in a certain way a low income silver to the game that caused low trade. Yeah. So essentially what he's asking, just for anyone who's not aware, in our last test phase, certain regions were really hard to access at a low level, right? There was like level 50 regions and stuff. And what that caused is the trade pack value in those locations skyrocketed, and everywhere else it went down. We've already addressed this. We did a pretty big rework to the system that you'll be able to see in the closed beta, where essentially those areas do not consider like in the formula until they're actually unlocked by players. So that issue has been solved. But yeah, we were definitely aware of that, and it was something that we made sure to solve. Yeah, so someone asked, just picking land in a certain zone and access will be blocked to the player due to the level. So we won't have any level gatekeeping mechanics, so you can get to those locations, but there will be higher level creatures, right? However, housing zones are generally structured where there's no creatures nearby, or at least like there would be no locations that you like can't access because of creatures, if that means anything. What's up, Futuro? You're not asking a question. You're saying my name. But essentially, so like when it comes to picking your land, like the other thing too is like progress is not like, even if you pick your land in a level 50 location, this doesn't mean you're going to be like gate kept for the next like 9 weeks to get to your land. Again, you could get to it at any time, but there will be higher level spawns there. But that also has its own advantages, right? So there's like kind of pros and cons to that, right? Some people might like the fact that they know for later in the game they have their land in a location that is by high level spawns, and they're in a great spot for that. But there also could be people that are. But again, it doesn't play like a massive role. Place the land really where you feel is best fit. But yeah, we won't have gatekeeping mechanics. When you walk to desert, you died to monsters. To your house in desert, you died to monsters. Yeah, but the desert region, the monsters you're referring to are like level 20. This is something that a player gets in like half a day of gameplay, if not less. And there are also paths that you can take without dying to monsters too. But yeah, I mean, there are creatures around the game world, right? So you will be able to teleport to your land, yes. Thanks a lot for the answer, Nair. But actually, the devs need to develop a system, more of a circle for trade packs, and make some basic math to avoid from. Oh, the math behind it is very complex. So, but I appreciate the insight. But they know what they're doing. Will new territories? Yes, they will. Sorry, let me finish the question. Will new territories be available in the beta already? They will. Place land in high level area, teleport at level 1, become prisoner forever. No, I mean, because even if you die, you just respawn at a local shrine. What are the benefits of playing the beta, if any? So yes, landowners, but also just people with closed beta keys will be able to earn. The amount of earning is based on the land that you own, though. Closed beta key players will be able to earn, but a very small amount, just to be fully transparent. We just wanted to still allow them to have some achievements that they can look for. But when it comes to landowners, there's a very big incentive for you guys to start playing already. Those who bought more than one land will get more than one key for the beta. Yeah, absolutely. Will we be able to buy land before the next beta? This is not confirmed yet. It's probably unlikely, but yeah. Still on the subject of land, does income also vary in relation to where you place your land, or will it distribute it equally across the world? It'll be equally across the world, as well as all servers as well. So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I put in a bad region, or I put it on a bad server, or anything like that. You don't have to have any worries about that. I can already claim a local to my land. I'm not sure what you're asking. Maybe you're just asking, can I already claim my land? If so, it'll be 29 days from now, a day before the closed beta goes live. When marketplace? This will not be in for the closed beta. Right now, I need to continue, by the way. There's other things I need to mention after land claiming. On actual release, the mobile version feasible? Yeah, absolutely. It's something that we're discussing quite a bit in-house. A friend has the biggest land? Hell yeah. Oh, Beta. Hey, what's up, man? So yeah, the next thing too that I want to mention is we will have test token generation. I need to make this really clear. Essentially, we will have our gold to SBT system in the game. So for anyone who doesn't know, we have essentially 3 currencies you can think of. We have silver, which is a purely in-game currency, which is rewarded by killing creatures, running trade packs. Most things in the game reward silver. And then we have gold and SBT. To understand these better, gold is essentially a anchor currency. What that means is the gold itself, every 24 hours of server save, is converted to SBT. the way that gold behaves is everything that gives silver in the game will give a fractional amount as gold. And then that gold is exchanged into SBT. So with that, we will have these test token mechanics in the game, so there will be gold. On your account panel, you will be able to see, again, to be really clear, the test token. You're not actually already earning this token through these systems. However, it is allowing us to make sure the system works fine. There's no issues, anything that we need to fix. It's really important to make sure these things are really well stress tested and have very good limiters and kind of protection standards on our side. And so it's really important that we do strong testing of this in the closed beta. When is the IDO for SBT? There's a so we haven't announced the IDO. Will there be a whitelist for the pre-sale? We haven't discussed on the pre-sale either, whether or not we will for sure do one. In the end of the day, we focus a lot really on the building around our land for the game. And so when it comes to like kind of pre-sales and stuff, I'm not 100% sure if we would even find ourselves doing a pre-sale for the token instead of going to like a public sale on it. And instead, again, focusing on building out the landowners themselves. Yeah, there will be a reset after the closed beta. And to be clear, guys, there's not a reset for this test phase. It is continuing from where you guys left off, just to be clear. So we haven't had a reset. However, we will absolutely have a reset after this. So, but if you're new, like to be clear, like there's going to be a lot of new players because in the last test phase, small landowners could not play, as well as it was just harder to even get access. So if you're a newer player, like expect a lot of other new players as well. Yo, Para, I appreciate the input, but I think you're missing quite a few things, like pieces of information there. I appreciate the input, but a lot of your messages with your concerns are like things that are not at all like how it works in the game anyway. So it feels like you're like reading something and then like kind of going off of it. I encourage you to play test and see it for yourself. Will old lands from the beta still be in place, or will we also have to reclaim? You will have to reclaim them. So the land will be completely wiped for the actual land claim. There will be NFT market inside the game or on the site. Yeah, so we're kind of playing around with how we want to do that. It'll be likely just all through the site, but we are trying to build out a system that is just really easy to go from peer to peer and not constantly have to be paying like different fees and stuff like that. In the end of the day, I understand this is like very common for the developers to like constantly take that cut, but we're trying to build it out in like the best user way possible. Get some support about the blockchain services with the Duke Cabate team. You guys are doing a great job with the game development. Some advice about the blockchain will be nice. Yeah, I'm not a Duke Cabate employee. I appreciate the transparency there. We have quite a few offers right now of just groups to work with on kind of some final touches on stuff. Like we have a pretty good plan ourselves, but having that extra eyes of review is always great. We've been in contact with, again, quite a few teams, and like we have some really good partners and backers behind us that are constantly putting us in contact with groups. But we'll definitely dig into them as well, because at the end of the day, like they might be amazing. But there's a lot of really amazing groups out there. Yeah. Okay. Note of them. We'll dig into them later. Will the game have NFT items with a drop chance? Yeah, so there's a handful of kind of stuff that we're planning around that. I don't want to tease too much because it might not happen. But for most people that are aware of the Raven universe, cosmetics are something that are going to be coming quite soon here. And the way that you obtain them, a lot of them are rare items from creatures. Some are based on like, kind of more world boss style creatures. So yeah. Thanks for the answer, man. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I try to answer, like, there's a lot of people talking. I try to answer as many as possible. Yeah. The silver marketplace will not be, or very unlikely be in for the closed beta. Very unlikely. However, it definitely will be in for the for release. Absolutely. We just actually finished like the full UI design on the marketplace, but now we got to like implement it. Obviously, a lot of testing involved because those are things that you really have to test heavily. Will there be enhancements of weapons, items in game? Yes, there are enhancements already in the game, actually. I like that painting of Pikachu and Ash. Yeah. My staff, when we were down in Brazil, I like Pokemon stuff. It's one of my more favorite IPs, and they bought me that and all signed it, as well as some content creators too. I'm pretty sure Lebosi's on there. Yeah, Lebosi's on there too. I was pretty sure. Same with a handful of other creators. Sorry if I didn't mention you guys' names, yeah, we work a lot with Lebosi, just like he was one of our hosts at the convention and stuff, so I wanted to shout him out specifically. Those are disc plates, yes. I'm a huge fan of disc plates. Just because it's really nice when you can just like pop ones that you're sick of out and new ones in. Yeah, I'll show you guys my whole setup if it was easier, but it's kind of a pain in the ass, so. I anytime like send pictures though in like the Discord and stuff. The Raven packs character will stay wiped after the closed beta. Yeah, so Raven packs that you obtain from like giveaways and stuff like that, those will be locked on your account. So you'll get to use them, but you'll also get them back for actual release. The ones that you obtain just from playing, like your character, those will be wiped because you will get those again when you play again. What a good game, 10 out of 10 live too. Appreciate that. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know if I already talked about this, but does Tavern Light have plans to make a card game for the Raven universe? Yeah, there's like a ton of stuff that we're working on kind of on the side. Stuff that we're trying to like not, it's in the stage where we're like brainstorming some stuff and working through some ideas, but not executing any of them yet because in the end of the day, RavenQuest and Raven Dawn are our primary focus right now, and then Raven Idol when we also are able. But we very much kind of have a like multi-year outlook on stuff that we want to do, and we've had talks about some tabletop stuff and then also some card game stuff. Obviously, it fits really well because we literally have cards in the game with all the artwork done already. And we did, if anyone was at BGS, we did print off sets of cards and individual cards that people were able to win in our booth. And that was kind of like a nice dry test run of working with a publisher on it. So, you know, our focus needs to be obviously on the projects that we're working on now. However, it's definitely something that we'll be very heavily considering in the future. I saw a demo video about landowners and seems to be pretty different. Can you explain the benefits to be a landowner? I'm not sure what you mean by seems pretty different. Maybe you can clarify more what you mean by that. But if you're curious on what landowners get, all the benefits, there's a ton of them. You can see it on our website. Hold on, I'll just tag it into lands here. You can read about every different land and what all their benefits are. I just sent it in the chat there. It should scroll you right down, and you can just click on the land, and then it's perks. Next topic, or we never get marbles. Yeah, actually, hold on. We technically did finish the last topic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a couple more minutes of Q&A, then we'll do marbles. Different in a good sense. I appreciate that. I'm still kind of confused what you mean, but I mean, thank you. But I'm not sure I understand what you mean, but. Oh, maybe you just mean like land looks better than it did when we first showed it. If so, yeah, like we're obviously, you know, always putting in work to make it more appealing, make it interact better. A few questions that I wrote down. When dying, what do you lose? So right now you get essentially like a debuff that you can pay silver to cleanse. However, the bigger thing is you drop your trade packs. This is something that is like a major source of economy in the game, especially on the RavenQuest side. And so by killing a player, they drop their trade pack and you're actually able to take it. Or if you die with it in general, you drop it. So that's kind of the bigger punishing mechanic. While I think some level of punishing for PvE is good, and that's why we do have punishing mechanics to PvE with the silver cost, going too hard is also not good because it kind of kills the exploration of the game at times. So you got to kind of find a happy medium. However, when it comes to PvP, in PvP regions, to be clear, we think it's important to be able to punish players and be punished. Again, we do have a region-based PvP system, so that helps. Yeah, you can steal packs like Arcade, exactly. Player online limit, essentially no. This is kind of like a yes and no answer. There is no player online limit. However, like, I mean, servers have capacities, but we have a layer system that essentially allows us to like scale essentially endlessly. So while like, yes, each layer technically does, it's like not something that player would notice on their side. So if there ever was like a player limit hit, it would just be until we scaled up additional servers, which we can do quite quickly. So yeah, so kind of like a yes and no question, if that makes sense. Technically yes, but it won't like impact players. Generally, like we're always one step ahead, right? We're seeing, okay, we're getting closer to capacities here. Let's make sure we open up new servers, that kind of thing. Before creating your own MMORPG, which was the game you liked most in this genre and why? Yeah, so a lot of people, I mean, there's like this is a really tough answer, right? Because there's obviously like so many. I've been an MMO player since I was very young. It was like the first gaming thing that I really got into, very, very, very early. But I mean, most influential games for me, Arcade is up there. World of Warcraft has always been a game that I only play the PvP side of it. Only Arena at that. I don't really do Battlegrounds unless required. But every expansion, I always come back and play WoW Arena. That's yeah, for me, kind of my PvP fix, I guess, in MMOs. But then Final Fantasy XI was probably like the biggest MMO that shaped my life. The game doesn't hold up at all anymore. It's like it's a really awkward game to play. But that's like the game that I guess I have the most like memories and nostalgia from. But then there's so many other MMOs to mention, like Tibia, obviously, their perspective and their art style. I always loved. RuneScape, obviously, played a lot of that. I played virtually every MMO to some degree, but those are the ones that I would say most sunk in with me. And inspired a lot of things with RavenQuest and Raven Dawn. You guys know Gala Games. Yeah, 100%. We've been in contact with them. The truth is, there's ever heard of or played Tibia? Yes, I've definitely played Tibia. There's like we get a lot of offers right now to partner on a lot of things. We're just very, very reserved with it. There's just a lot of weird things that that happen in general, I guess, and so we're very like reserved with who we work with now. Again, we've never had a bad experience, but we know a lot of people that have a lot of bad experiences, and so we know what we're doing. We really trust our brand, and we really value our brand. So we're very careful with who we work with and why we work with them. While you're right, there's a lot of groups that we could partner with that are great for like exposure, But that also can come with a lot of other stuff, right? Because a lot of them are borderline just marketing groups, right? And so it's really important for us that we're sorry, it was just a message. A lot of, sorry, where was I? Jeez. We're just very careful with who we work with right now. That's all. And because, again, we really value what we're making, and it's really important to us that we follow our mission and we make a good quality product. And I think a lot in this space right now is very subpar quality products. And so, because we follow this space very aggressively. Not sorry, when I say this space, I'm more talking about Web3 gaming. Not so much, obviously the game industry we follow very aggressively, but there's just a lot of stuff that we just don't agree with. And so, but we trust our vision and what we're doing and the product that we're making. And so we like to really stay in our own lane right now. And those who we do work with, we make sure like vet really aggressively. And yeah. Yeah, it'll appear under Twitch drops. Any plans for upgrading the clan/referral system? Yeah, definitely. Like, we're kind of always digging in stuff. Zeely was the recent thing that we kind of wanted to come out with. There it is. Sorry. Yeah, no worries, man. It's all good. What languages will the game be in? So we right now are 100% going to have full English and full Portuguese translation. Yeah, we're definitely considering like Polish and a couple other languages as well, to be clear. But those are the ones like I can say right now are 100% happening. And I really don't like to overpromise stuff because we've been really good to always like underpromise and overdeliver. And I find it's a way better way to have like a connection with your community and build that kind of trust rather than just spewing out all the things that are like your dreams and then missing all of those, right? And that kind of going into stuff about the Web3 space at times, that feels like what happens a lot, is that they kind of just constantly spew these dreams, but they can't follow through with any of it. This is, I dash with the more personal questions, but I'm happy to answer it too. Not like, when I say personal, I don't mean like too personal. I just mean like it's about more me. What led you to create this game and what's your greatest motivation? I mean, creating Raven Dawn and RavenQuest, or the Raven universe, I guess is the best way to word it, was really just like I wanted to build an MMO that I really wanted to play. And that's how we built it out, right? We wanted to build a game that was based on depth and not just on, empty graphics. We wanted to build a game that felt as much as possible like a seamless world, recreating that old feeling that MMOs used to have. Because I'm very convinced that feeling doesn't come from how modern games look. It comes from the way the game's built, right? We or a lot of us here have played old school MMOs, even in today's time, and you get like so lost in the world and the community. And it has nothing to do with the way the game looks, right? Meanwhile, there's some of the most gorgeous MMOs out there right now that feel very vapid and empty. And so that was a big motivator. I mean, that comes from everything, right? We wanted to build something that just really felt special. And then in terms of motivation, I mean, motivation's, I guess I want to say like easy when you love what you do. I really love my job and what our studio does. But then also just like all the staff that put all their hard work into building this game, that's a huge motivator for me. And definitely something like when I feel really overworked, it's like one of those things that kind of gives me that like last peak of energy or last push, is knowing that like there's so many people that rely on each other, but also me, if that makes any sense. Like obviously all the staff in our studio, we rely on each other to do our jobs well. But a lot of them rely on me more so doing my job well as well, being like the owner of the studio, but also like the CEO and game director. And so that's a huge motivation for me when I'm feeling like maybe on the more burnt out side. I very rarely face burnout though, because again, when you really love what you do, I think it's hard to get burnout. But you still can. You still can. Like you can absolutely adore your job and still get overworked. I'm not saying that. I've always had like really high drive though. I've always been able to put a lot of effort into anything that I like. Community has grown a lot since the alpha. Would be kind of fair to let these people purchase lands and test more things on the beta. Yeah, no, absolutely, Botrax. That's definitely something that that is like where we see it on that side as well. I just didn't want to like comment too much on it because I can't promise anything yet. But I absolutely agree. We have had a huge growth. And don't get me wrong, we definitely will have land available again. It's not that. But you're right. Like going up to the closed beta, you know, it would be nice for people to be able to get involved. So I totally agree with what you're saying. Hey, I'll take over and the game continues. What about PvP content like tournament, global bosses, castle sieges? What will the game have on release? Yeah, I won't talk too much on this today, but we have like a lot of stuff around that. So we already have an arena system in the game. However, there's like some much bigger picture stuff that so like I've shared a lot of this already. I can't share some of it yet, but we've already confirmed that there will be castle sieges in the game. And there'll be other smaller scale stuff as well that I haven't shared yet, and I'm just gonna leave it for now. But that's a huge focus on us for end game like PvP content. Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like currency syncs are super important phase. You're definitely right. It's just like in terms of our like test phases, like for the closed beta, like we won't have SBT spending. We'll just be having the earning. But again, this is not like the actual token being earned, right? This is just for testing mechanics. But you're absolutely, of course, you need like currency syncs in the game. Otherwise, it just doesn't. A Web3 model doesn't work, or basic tokenomics don't work without that. That's obviously very important. Again, when it comes to our test phases, guys, like we try and get as much in as possible. But in the end of the day, like if we wanted to get everything in, well, our test phase would be like a week before release, if that makes any sense. Where we like to test things in phases, right? When are you gonna learn to speak Portuguese? I know this is like a pipe dream. I've wanted to, of course I want to, like we have a lot of staff that are Portuguese. Being down in BGS, like I wish the whole time I could speak Portuguese. It's just a time thing. It's like every hour I'm doing that is taking away an hour from working on what we work on. I already do very little other than work. And so it becomes, which is not a complaint, by the way. Again, I love my work. But it's one of those things that's just a time thing, right? It just takes time away from stuff. But trust me, I would 100% if I could, or if I had the time. Portuguese is also a very difficult language for English speakers to learn, because words are pronounced incredibly different. Like I learned German as a kid, and German is very easy as an English speaker to like make that jump. But Portuguese is very hard. Yeah, I'm referring to Brazilian Portuguese. That's what I would learn, of course, because our Brazilian Portuguese community is the larger one. PvP arena in the beta. We had it in the alpha. I can't guarantee it'll be in the beta because sometimes we like, certain features. We would rather people focus on testing other things, and so we leave certain features out. But yeah. Portuguese from Portugal here. What's up? That's awesome. Yeah, we definitely have more Brazilian Portuguese speakers, but it's always cool to see Portuguese, Portuguese. Cool, guys. Okay, this is what we're going to do now because questions have been slowing down. Also, it's shocking to see the viewership just continue to grow as we're just literally doing Q&A. So I appreciate everybody here. We are going to do the marbles giveaway now. Let me pull out my notes here. Yeah, so giveaway. We'll be doing 3 medium estates and 20 Raven packs. The way we're going to do this, guys, is we're going to do... Well, let me pull up marbles first here. Whoa, shit, marbles is real loud. Oh, God. Why is it so loud? I have it at 1. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I probably just blew out your ears. Stay 40 minutes more. I was late. I'm sorry. I mean, we might. It depends on the Q&A. Yeah. Again, if you're like, if it's just related to the closed beta, check out Zeely, okay? Go into our announcements, search Zeely. It's like one of the most recent announcements. And you can get a closed beta key that way as well, okay? So don't worry. It's pretty easy to get. You can also use the link that Neo's just sent. Is it automatic? Oh, no, sorry, you haven't joined. Sorry, I haven't started it yet. Don't worry. There we go. Marbles. Nice. Okay, guys. So to join, all you have to do, hold on. Let me just get a race here. On thin ice. That one sounds fun. Tundra Tumble. Temple of Steve. Let's do that one. Viewer. So it's gonna be starting here in a sec. I'll let you guys know how to enter. Don't worry, you have tons of time. No rush, guys. So basically, all you have to do is in the chat, Twitch chat, by the way, if you're in YouTube or in a restream, guys, just hop over to twitch.tv/RavenQuest hop over to Twitch chat and just type !play. You see a million people spamming in the chat. I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes to all filter in. I'll be right back. And then we will start the first race. We'll be doing 2 races. The first race will be 1 medium estate and 10 Raven packs to the next 10 people. So the first 11 people will actually, no, we're doing it differently. We're doing first place will get a medium estate. The 9 after will get a Raven pack. And then whoever comes in dead last, not dies first or anything like that, but whoever comes in dead last, like the last person finish, they will get a Raven pack as well. And then the second race, we'll do the top 2 get medium estates, the next 9, and then the last place. Okay? Okay, I'll be right back. You guys got a couple minutes, so exclamation mark play in the chat, and you're all good to go. All right. We're going to get this going in a sec, guys. I'm going to start it, and then you have 10 more seconds to enter. Yeah, good luck. So first place is going to get a medium state. The next 9 after are going to get a Raven pack to their account. And then last place, the last person to finish the race, okay? Start this. Okay. Gotta remember the commands here. But now it's so quiet. I don't. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there. Wait, hold on. It won't let me go back. Oh, there we go. Just got settings again. Shit. That freaked me out. I was like, all right. We're going to go down to this side here. Speed and boost do not work, but never fails that people will try it. Exclamation mark hack. That's a new one. I don't know why the music's not working now. Okay, hold on. I can't risk breaking it. I was going to pull up settings, but if I close the game or some shit, at this point, it's too late. The music was blasting, and then as soon as we actually get into the game, it goes completely quiet, so. Oh, shit. I'll get some music going. Hold on. There we go. The classic. This is a brutal ending here. Damn. Oh, shit. Oh, so close. Alright, now it's time to play. Alright, top 10 are in. Now we gotta look for last place. Last person to finish, by the way. GTTS number 2. So this guy's got to finish. He can't die, okay? Okay, so it could be Redney or a Boma. It's a Boma, okay. So, I'm gonna make a note here. A Boma came last, so he gets a Raven pack. And the next top 10. Alright. Congratulations to the top 10 guys. And then also the last place. We will be doing one more race here. Do I do random track? As long as it's not really crap. There's a few that are just like really boring. You need ones that have like a punishing mechanic, you know? Oh, can I not what? Like look at, okay, whatever, we'll do this one. This one looks cool. Wait, endurance test? No, we're not doing this. This is gonna be a super long one. I know it already. If the fastest ever, the world record is like 2 minutes, this one's probably so long. And just by the name. So we're doing a new one. Hold on. See, now the music's like loud. I don't get it. Okay. Enemy at the gates. That one sounds fun. Let's do that one. Okay. So exclamation mark play. Oh, this one looks sick. What the hell? This has an animated intro. We get a cutscene. Okay, that's awesome. We picked the right one. Oh, it's got sick music too. Okay, guys. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds. Oh, yeah. Why? I think... Oh, you can't hear the music when I tab out. That's why. Okay, another 10 seconds, and then there'll be a countdown, so scramble quick. Again, top 2 guys are going to win medium estates. The next 9, so up to the 11th person, are going to win Raven packs. And then the last place person is also going to win a pack, okay? And then I'll go over how you can get your prize, by the way, after, okay? Okay, starting. God, this music's hype. Let's go. See, this one, maybe the other track just didn't have music. Oh, shit. Look at this one. Dude, this map's sick. Enemy at the gates. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember this one. This one's sick. Oh, see ya. See ya. Okay, we got a long ways to go still. Oh, no. Yeah, it might be low. But anyways, you guys get the gist. Someone's name was Raven Don Don. Oh, he's going. There's so many ways to fall back behind. There's so many like obstacles. Oh, he's got it though. The speed run. Congratulations. Congratulations to the first 2 there. And then all the guys after. Oh, he flew in last second. Oh, he got in his 7th too. All right. To the rest of you guys, you're just fading in. We're now looking for the last. If he dies, he doesn't. Okay, he's stuck up. Okay, he died. Again, not the last person in general, but the last person to finish. Oh shit, the suspense. We got 3 people competing to be dead last. Oh no. Oh, I think we got it. Unless he gets shot off. No! Oh no. That's an app. Oh god. Okay, so I'm more interested in last place, unfortunately. I apologize, guys. Congratulations to the top 2, and then the again up to 11th. You guys are the next cutoff, and then yeah, it's right here. I'm not even gonna try and say this name. Yeah, again, congratulations, guys. So here, let me just take a quick screenshot. We'll switch back to the other stream. So with that, guys, if you're one of the winners, you will be messaged. Oh, it's still playing music. Hold on, let me turn this off. If you are one of the winners, you will be messaged on Twitch. Okay. One of our community managers within the next week. Okay. Give it a week. It might be soon, but like it is the weekend and stuff. And like it takes a hot minute, but they will reach out to you on Twitch from our account. So don't go to random accounts, but it'll be from our account. They will reach out to you on Twitch. And yeah, the last race was the top 11 winners. But anyways, they will reach out to you on Twitch. They'll DM you. No reason to DM them unless it's been a week. If it's been 7 days from now, you haven't heard a message, feel free to DM them. But they will have the list of people to message, and they'll obviously verify the list. So don't waste their time by messaging them saying you won or something like that. And then with that, they'll make sure you get your giveaways added to your account. So again, congratulations to everybody. In the first race, first place was a medium estate. In the second race, the first 2 were medium estates. And then the rest were Raven packs. So yeah, just kind of a few last things, guys. We'll play the trailer one more time before we turn off the stream here, but we'll probably call it there. I just want to thank everyone for being here. It's always super flattering when this many people come just hear me ramble about the game and talk about what we're making. We have a really, really special community of people that, whether Web3 or on the Web2 side, they just love the game we're making and the projects that we're building. And that means a lot to us. And that's really how we're trying to build our community, is people who like what we're making first and foremost. Like, they're excited about the project. And so that means a lot to us. It always shows on our live stream, like just how encouraging people are and how interesting people's questions are. And ultimately with that, guys, a few closing things. Closed beta June 27th, coming up really soon. We're super excited about it. It's gonna be a ton of fun. We'll have 2 weeks of uptime for you guys to play. The land claim will be the day before that. We'll have all these announcements up in the Discord as well as time goes, so don't worry. But then also, Neos, if you could send the trailer one more time, it'd be huge, guys, if you guys just went there and just left a quick like and a comment. We try and do this community engagement to really like have that, I guess, more personal connection with all of our community. And so, even doing those trailers and stuff, like, we put time into it. We do it all in-game capture. Like, we're not hiding anything. We're not, bullshitting anything behind the scenes. Like, we're doing all this in-game capture and really trying to show exactly what we're making so people don't feel like duped. So yeah, if you would leave a like and comment, that would go a long way and help us a ton. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna have like a lot of announcements next month. Again, hop on Zeely, guys, get your closed beta key and other stuff. We have a large estate giveaway on there, Raven Pack giveaways on there. There's so much on there that you guys can get access to, and we'll be super involved in it. The secret word is in the trailer, the trailer on YouTube. The YouTube link is in the chat. It's in the description box. You can grab the secret word. So, and anyone wondering what the secret word is, that's for Zeely. So make a Zeely account. You can put the secret word in there and earn a bunch of experience. Yeah, no worries. Again, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're really excited to have you guys all on the 27th and show you all the stuff that we've been working really hard on. Yeah, thanks again for joining us. Yeah, nothing else to say. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll chat soon again, okay? See you guys.